Let's start with a rather shocking truth. A service dog is not required to wear a vest. That's right. While many handlers choose to use vests, harnesses, tags to signal that their dog is working, the law does not mandate it. This is one of the biggest misconceptions the public holds. People often look for a uniform, but the real proof of a service dog lies in its specialized training and impeccable behavior, not its attire. This simple fact opens up a much larger conversation about what truly defines these remarkable animals and separates them from our beloved family pets. It's about function, not fashion. So, what exactly is a service dog? According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, a service animal is a dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for a person with a disability. The task the dog performs must be directly related to the person's disability. This is the key distinction. They are not pets. Becoming a service dog is no simple feat. It is an incredible journey of dedication, intelligence, and hard work that often begins in puppyhood. It's far more than teaching a dog to sit, stay, fetch. The training is intensive, specialized, can take up to 2 years, and cost tens of thousands of pounds. Puppies are often selected from specific breeding programs: temperament, health, willingness to work. They must be calm, focused, unbothered by the chaos of the human world, loud sirens, bustling crowds. It is a commitment from day one. The initial phase of training focuses on advanced obedience, socialization. A service dog must be perfectly behaved in any public setting imaginable. This means no sniffing merchandise in stores, no begging for food at restaurants, no barking at other dogs passing by. They learn to ignore distractions that would send a normal pet into a frenzy. According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, a service animal is a dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for a person with a disability. The task the dog performs must be directly related to the person's disability. This could be a dog guiding a person who is visually impaired, a dog alerting a person who is deaf to a sound, or a dog trained to detect the onset of a seizure. This is also where we must differentiate them from emotional support animals and therapy dogs. While also wonderful, they do not have the same legal standing as service dogs. Only service dogs, with their specialized skill sets, are granted public access rights to accompany their handlers almost everywhere. There are, however, important limits on what staff at a public establishment can ask. When it is not obvious what service an animal provides, staff are only legally permitted to ask 2 questions. Is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? What work or task has the dog been trained to perform? They cannot ask about the person's disability, require medical documentation. Demand a special identification card or training documentation for the dog. One of the most damaging issues facing the service dog community today is actually the rise of fake service dogs. This refers to people who misrepresent their untrained pets as service animals. They do this just to take pets into places where animals aren't allowed. Shops, aeroplanes. These individuals often buy fake vests or certificates online, but honestly, these hold no legal weight at all. This selfish act creates some really serious problems for legitimate service dog teams. It erodes public trust. When an untrained pet pretending to be a service dog misbehaves in public, barking, jumping on people, being aggressive, or even having an accident, it creates a negative impression. Business owners and employees who have had a bad experience may become skeptical or even hostile towards all teams that follow. This can lead to legitimate handlers facing illegal access challenges, interrogations, and discrimination. So, how can you be a good ally when you see a service dog team in public? The rules are actually simple but incredibly important. No talking, no touching, no eye contact with the dog. A service dog on duty is working, and distracting it could be dangerous. That friendly whistle or "here puppy" call could cause the dog to miss a crucial alert, potentially leading to a medical emergency for its handler. The impact of a service dog on a person's life extends far beyond the tasks it performs. These animals are gateways to freedom, confidence, a renewed sense of connection to the world. Think of a young girl with autism who struggled with sensory overload and communication. Her service dog, a gentle black Labrador named Buddy, was trained to provide deep pressure therapy, calming her nervous system. Buddy became her constant companion and her voice. She learned to give Buddy commands, which helped her develop verbal skills. The dog gave her a reason to venture outside, go to the park, interact with curious children, transforming her once small world. This bond is a partnership built on absolute trust and unspoken communication. The handler trusts the dog with their life and well-being, and the dog trusts the handler for care, direction, and affection. They learn to read each other's subtle cues. A slight change in breathing or posture can signal the dog to act. This deep, intuitive connection makes their teamwork so effective. It provides physical assistance, unwavering emotional support, and the feeling of being unconditionally understood and accepted. Ultimately, service dogs are more than helpers. They are lifelines. They restore independence, mitigate disabilities, provide profound companionship. They allow handlers to work, travel, socialize, and participate fully in life's adventures. By understanding their role, respecting their work, and advocating for legal rights, we help ensure these partnerships are celebrated and protected. The wag of a working dog's tail can signal not just happiness, but the life-changing power of the human-animal bond.